Hi everybody, my name is Gaming Mule and welcome to Muttering with Mule, the weekly talk show in which I talk about games, movies and any other shite that comes into my head. Be sure to check me out on Twitter at GamingMule88 and Facebook at GamingMule88 to keep up to speed with what's going on with the channel. So what are we going to talk about this week, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it comes up a lot in YouTube videos. In fact, it's come up an awful lot recently about shitty game developers. And that's something that I've talked about before in the past. A specific game developer. I won't mention them this time because I don't want any more abuse over the comment section. But yeah, we've talked about shitty game developers in the past, but we've never really talked about shitty game retailers, which is something that's been really getting on my tits recently. So I'm going to use this opportunity to vent some of that annoyance that I've been experiencing. So, game retailers fucking suck, alright? People wonder why, like, high street shops are going downhill and they think it's ridiculous. They always blame, like, their local authority, or they blame, you know, the economy or whatever like that. And the economy certainly does have something to do with it. But the reason that high street kind of stores are going downhill is because of online shopping. That's why it's happening, in my personal opinion anyway. And it's no different for game retailers. They are, you know, there used to be like loads of game retailers that you would get like on the high street in the UK anyway. You would have like Game Station, Virgin Megastores. You'd have independent game retailers, that's something you never get anymore, and you'd have Game, but now you really only have kind of one, I suppose technically two high street game retailers in the UK. One of them is Game, which is kind of the equivalent to GameStop that you would have in the US, and CEX, which is basically like, I can't remember what the C stands for. I know it's like Entertainment Exchange, but that's just like a second-hand store basically. It's not like, you know, the like game developers, publishers, whatever would not send them games to sell. You would just go there, flog a load of games to get some cash or store credit or whatever. And that's all you get on the high street these days, and that's because like online retailers have become so accessible and so cheap. You've got like the hardware developers themselves that have their own kind of online stores now, such as Xbox Live or PlayStation Network, and obviously you've got things like Steam as well, and particularly Steam is excellent. That's why, I think that, well, that's really why you don't get like CD copies of PC games, even in high street retailers anymore, because they're just not needed anymore. There's absolutely no point in getting them. You can have them just stored on your computer, and Steam sales are just fantastic. So you get them so cheap. If you get on a Steam sale, everything is so cheap. And PSN, I can't really comment on Xbox Live because I don't have an Xbox, and I can't really comment on like Nintendo's equivalent. But certainly like PSN is definitely improving. PSN has a lot of sales now, and it used to have the odd sale every now and then, but the discounts weren't really that good. Even when they had a sale on, you would still probably be able to find it in a retailer. But that's changing now. I've got some great deals on PSN before for PlayStation games. I remember ages ago I got Injustice for a really good price. I got Batman Return to Arkham for a great price. They normally have things like Shadow of Mordor on there at a good price. Assassin's Creed, they have loads of excellent deals on PSN, and that's great. I mean, I'm all for the online networks, you know, putting in decent sales so that they overtake the retailers. And also, that means really that a lot of more of the revenue generated from these games is going to be going to the publishers and the developers, which is I'm all for that. That's great. So the issue that I have with high street retailers is they're just robbing bastards now. And I think they blame the online market for it, but it's the reason that people have gone to the online market is because you just can't really get any good deals in like not online retailers, on high street stores anymore, such as Game or, you know, whatever else. I can't think of anything else really that there is. I don't know if Game Station's still going. But everything in there, like, it's just so overly priced. Like, everything is full price, and even when there's a sale on, it's still really quite expensive in these shops. So that means that the alternative would be to get a pre-owned game. And even they can be quite expensive, but pre-owned games, oh god, they just irritate me in stores. They just, I mean, they really bring nothing to the industry as a whole, I think. I mean, like, a pre-owned game, if you buy a pre-owned game, like, none of that money is going to the developers or anything like that. It's going purely to the retailer, which is, I don't know, I'm not sure how I feel about it. And there's been a lot in the news, kind of gaming news recently, about GameStop's Circle of Life program, which encourages people to buy pre-owned games over new games. And it's been racking my brain whether or not that kind of thing occurs in the UK. I would be very interested to know if anybody that works in like Game can tell me if they have like an equivalent to that, if they are told to upsell the pre-owned games over the brand new sealed games because they need to make a certain percentage quota with the bigwigs up top, and then getting severe bollockings if they don't reach their like targets. That's what happened with GameStop. Whether or not that happens with Game is, yeah, it's something I would be very interested to know about. But another thing that I think that people go to online markets for and stuff like that is because it's so much easier than going to a shop. And I don't mean travelling there. Me personally, I work in my town centre, so going into a game shop is really, you know, should be very convenient for me. I can go on my lunch break. It's like 2 minutes away from where I work, and it should be great. It should be really easy. I should be in there every lunchtime buying loads of games, but I'm not. Because when you go in there, you're hounded by customer service. Personally, I fucking hate customer service. I know a lot of people love customer service and they think it's great that when you walk into a shop somebody comes over and asks you, you know, if you're looking for anything in particular. And I think that's excellent for people that, say, for example, that are buying gifts for their children or friends, family, whatever, and they don't really know anything about gaming. I think customer service is definitely something that is ideal for somebody in that situation. But for me, it's just, oh my god! You walk in there, is there anything in particular that you're looking for? No, I'm just browsing at the minute, but thanks very much for your help, yeah. What games are you playing at the minute? Are you playing anything good right now? I'm playing a bit of Final Fantasy 15. That's really good. Have you been enjoying it? Yeah, I have, yeah. Well, if you enjoy Final Fantasy games, you might be interested in Dragon Quest. Really, I'm fine. I'm just browsing. You know, I can make these decisions for myself. Thank you. And that's the kind of thing that you're hounded by in these places. And, you know, some days are better than others. Some days, you know, you go in there and... You're looking for anything in particular? No, I'm not interested, thank you. Oh, well, if you need anything, then please let me know. That's fine. That's fine. That doesn't really bother me so much, but sometimes you get hounded by people in these places and it really fucking annoys me. But in the situations where you don't get hounded and you perhaps find something that you are after, or you go up to the counter and find something that you're after, or ask for, sometimes I do actually go in and ask for something in particular, because sometimes you can't find it or I haven't got time. It's just easier to get the people that are there hounding everybody else to find something for me. So I might go in there and be like, have you got any copies of Final Fantasy 15 that I can buy today?
Oh yes, we have. Yes.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Thank you. Yeah, I'll take one of those, please. PlayStation 4. I'll take that. Cool.
Well, would you be interested in getting the deluxe edition?
Maybe. I mean, what's in the deluxe edition?
Well, you get some in-game items and you get a copy of Kingsglaive, the movie that's like the prequel to Final Fantasy 15.
What's the difference in prices between the normal edition and the deluxe edition?
The ordinary edition is $49.99, but you can get the deluxe edition for $79.99.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you joking? Fuck! I'll take the standard edition, please.
Are you quite sure about that? I mean, you can only get these in-game items with the deluxe edition.
Alright, fuck it, yeah, I'll get it. Yeah, balls, I'll get it. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll pay an extra 20 quid for epoxy film and a shitty in-game items.
Now, would you be interested in protecting your disc for £1 against any damages, accidental scratches or anything of the like?
Does it come with a case?
Yes, you get the Steelbook edition with the deluxe edition.
Well, if it comes in a case, then what do I need disc protection for? I get the fucking thing for free, and it's a steel one.
Would you be interested in making any pre-orders today with that purchase?
No, I'm good. I'm good, thank you.
We don't want to pre-order Mass Effect Andromeda. We can't guarantee that we'll have copies available on release day. That is a very popular...
Honestly, look, listen, I'm fine. I'm really fine. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Do you have a PlayStation VR by any chance?
No, I don't, no.
Is that something you'd be interested in?
No, not particularly, no.
Well, if you are interested, we can book you in for a trial so that you can give it a go. We can give you a short demonstration.
Well, yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm interested in VR, you know. I mean, it looks quite cool. Yeah. Well, yeah, maybe. That's the...
Well, it's fine. You just have to pay a deposit of £5.
You fucking what?
You just have to pay a deposit of £5 and you'll get it back upon purchase of a PlayStation VR unit.
You're trying to sell me a product and I have to pay to give you the opportunity to sell me that product. And I get that money back if I actually buy this fucking thing.
Yes, that's right. I mean, we have to pay for the staff to give you the demonstration.
Have you actually got any of these fucking things in stock?
I'll just go and check. No, we don't actually have any of those in stock at the minute.
Oh, for fuck's sake! That's the kind of shit that you have to put up with at these fucking game retailers, and it does my fucking head in! Now, of course, I appreciate that it's not the staff's fault. I know I was taking the piss out of the staff then, but it isn't the staff's fault. It's the manager's fault, the people up top, the bigwigs, the bastards that are forcing this shit down our throats, and generally people don't like that shit, and that's why they fucking buy stuff online. You know, just stop! Fucking stop! So if you don't like going into that particular retailer, then your alternative is purely just pre-orders at CEX, the Entertainment Exchange shop. Now, what's good about Entertainment Exchange compared to Game is that they have no customer service in there. They might give you a smile. Depends what mood they're in. But I've already said that my feelings towards pre-owned games and how they probably aren't doing the gaming industry any good. I've already mentioned that, but the thing that really fucking annoys me about CEX is they are clued up on supply and demand, and you know what people are after, what's sold out in places. And even though this place purely sells second-hand goods, if these goods are in demand, they will charge you through the roof for these items. I mean, for example, I saw on Facebook or some kind of social media the other day a post that somebody had put up of a Nintendo Switch that was in the window. Now, I understand that the Nintendo Switch retails at, is it £300? I believe it's around £300. Let's say for talk's sake it does, because the changes are still the same. And they were selling it for 350 quid. 350 quid. So, like I say, I might have the prices wrong. I mean, if it retails at 350 quid, it was 400 quid or something like that. It's fucking daylight robbery. They're selling you a second-hand console for a huge markup just because they know that people can't get them. They are money-grabbing bastards. Another thing that I encountered myself one time, we were talking about VR a minute ago, I experienced PlayStation VR around my fellow YouTube colleague Sonny's house, and I thought it was amazing. This was before I bought an Oculus. And I thought, this is fucking amazing. I have to get me one of these. I have to get one. And I have to get one today. I did have the money. I had some money in my bank account then. So I was like, right, I need to go out and get one. I went around everywhere. I went to Game. I went to Argos. I went to Toys R Us. I went to Tesco. I went everywhere. Everywhere was sold out, which was unfortunate. So I thought I'll have a look in CEX to see if they've got any. At least it'll be cheaper. Now, the headset, the VR headset, I think it's probably the same now, but at the time it retailed at about £350 just for the headset. They did have one in CEX in my town. They had one in the window. It was second hand. 500 quid. They wanted £500 for an item that retails at £350 or £380 or whatever. 500 quid! And that is not with the Move controllers or the PlayStation camera. And shitty retailers as they are, because this stuff is now in demand, I think they charge like 60 or 70 quid for 2 of these Move controllers. 2! 60 or 70 quid. These things came out on the PlayStation 3 for fuck's sake. They're old hat, old technology. I had a PlayStation Move controller way back when they came out on the PlayStation 3. And I sold it and nobody gave a shit about them. I think I sold it for like a £5 or something like that. Now they're going for like 30, 35 quid each. It's ridiculous. And they've bumped the prices up of the sodding PlayStation camera as well. That's ridiculously expensive now as well. Hello? Right, okay, no problem. Right, see you in a bit. But yeah, God, they annoy me. It just pisses me off how, like, you might see people moaning about how online retailers are ruining the gaming industry, and it's, you know, it's wrong because it's putting all of these high street retailers out of business. And it's just bollocks. They're doing it to themselves. They're fucking themselves up by pissing on everybody with bollocks like this. I know the thing with the PlayStation camera and the Move controllers probably isn't their fault. But that thing with the VR headset is their fault, and that thing with the Nintendo Switch is their fault as well. Robbing bastards! I'm not going to say anything more on that subject. I just wanted to have a bit of a rant. Robbing bastards. In gaming news, people's Nintendo Switches are already fucking up. Which is a shame for those people. That's all the gaming news that we have this week. I should probably go on Google before recording this instead of just kind of switching the camera on and having a rant about stuff, but that's gaming news this week. In channel news, you may remember a little while ago I was having, not a rant, but I was just talking about the fact that my Oculus was fucked. I sent it off just the other day because I was putting it off for no apparent reason. I just didn't send it off for a while. But it arrived in, I think it's like Norway or something it gets sent to, but it arrived there safely, and I got an email today from Oculus saying that my replacement unit was on its way and it should be with me by Friday. Which means that VR content is going to be coming back to the Game of Mule channel, which means Elite Dangerous stuff is coming back to the channel, which I'm so pleased about. I've been missing Elite Dangerous so much. I'm such a fan of Elite Dangerous. I'm so happy that it's coming back and I can record some content for you and do some streams as well, not just on this channel but also on the DayDreamer Gaming collaboration channel, which if you haven't checked out yet you definitely should do. I'll leave a link in the description. So that's everything for this week with Muttering with Mule, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry that it was, again, another rant video. I'll actually try and find something hopefully more interesting to talk about next week. But yes, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then please be sure to hit that like button. If you want to see any of my future episodes of Muttering with Mule, which drop every Thursday, then please be sure to hit that subscribe button. So, I've been Gaming Mule, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye-bye now.